Hello everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the ESL Competition Premiership 14 semi-final match between PENTA and BX3. Last week, BX3 defeated EC Esports in a very close quarterfinal that went to tennis mode in the last deciding sub-match. And most likely, this match will also be a tough one. In the group stage though, when the two teams met, PENTA defeated BX3 with a clean 6-0 score. However, almost every match, sub-match in that match was pretty close, so I'm not sure if it actually says that much. Yeah, the format for this tournament is that everyone in the division will play against each other. First place will then advance straight to the grand final, and that was Team Dignitas. So they are still awaiting for their last opponent, which will be either PENTA or BX3. And of course, EC Esports already took 4th place in this tournament. The matches are then played in 4 sub-matches, 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3 and 5 vs 5. The 2 first matches are worth 1 point each, while the latter ones are worth 2 points each. And every sub-match is played to 7, except the 2 vs 2, which is played to 5. And for the playoffs, tennis mode is in effect for all sub-matches. That means if the score is 6-6 or 4-4, you need to win with 2 points. So the teams are still doing some warm-ups now. We were waiting for one more player, which was DNS, who apparently will be the 1 vs 1 driver for PENTA. So I guess they are giving him some warm-ups here on the server as well. And then we'll have to wait and see who will play for BX3 in the 1 vs 1. Last week against EC Esports, I believe it was Flyer, if I'm not... No, wait. No, it was Leo. And he lost against someone from EC Esports, who I can't remember right now. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who will play for BX3. We can take a look at the Dedimania in the meantime to see who got the fastest time, and we see that Sneak actually got the world record here, 56.70, so maybe Sneak will play, although he is not actually in player mode right now, so I would say he's not driving. It's gonna be either Flyer, Leo or Hobby Flyer. Hobby Flyer with top 3, so might be him. You also see DNS with a top 2 time on this track. Oh, it was Passy, yeah. Passy drove for EC Esports and defeated Leo. Alright, this is gonna be the last warm-up, and then we will start this semi-final. The winner will advance to the grand final, where Team Dignitas await. And yeah, it's I think a very good match on paper. Both teams are certainly capable of winning and maybe even defeating Team Dignitas in the grand final. PENTA almost defeated Team Dignitas in the previous team tournament, Stadium Team Championship 10. They barely lost in semi-final as well. And then BX3 have a history of defeating both Team Dignitas and Team Acer. They defeated Team Acer with 6-0 in the group stage. So yeah, both teams are definitely very good, and that's gonna be the last warm-up, so I believe we are starting the match now, and we will find out who will drive for BX3 in the 1 vs 1. It's gonna be Leo or Hobby Flyer. Oh, it's gonna be Hobby Flyer. Leo is not driving the 1 vs 1 again. So, DNS versus Hobby Flyer for the 1 vs 1. Here we go, first round. We are playing 2-7 in this sub-match. Tennis mode is in effect. It's Hobby Flyer who takes the lead with 800s. Going through the first couple of turns. DNS not too far behind, will now only be 500s behind. Coming up here is a stretch. We want to build up a lot of speed. Both players doing a good job of that. Hobbyfire going extremely close to the wall. But still keeping that first place, but for how much longer? Oh, DNS crashing, and he's gonna retire as well. That's gonna be the end of that round. He was on his way to pass Hobbyflyer, but was not able to stay on the road, and instead Hobbyfire with the first point, 57.28. I don't know if Hobbyflyer has played any 1v1s before. He's actually a pretty new player, as Zach is standing still there. He's a pretty new player to the scene. Only recently did BX3 pick him up. I think it was for this tournament, maybe for STC though, I'm not sure. Anyways, DNS has played a lot of 1v1s, but this is not going well. He's standing still now. So Hobbyfire is gonna get another easy point. It's a pretty rough start for DNS. And a great start for Hobbyflyer. This is definitely the perfect start. No pressure. Just can calm your nerves as you drive through these corners. 57.61. Decent. DNS still driving, not retiring this one. I do know that DNS has had gamepad problems in the past, but he hasn't written anything about that in the chat, so it seems like he's just had a bad start to this match. Let's see if he can pick it up before it's too late. As we start off the third round, we see some different approaches here in the start from the players, but it seems to work pretty much the same. DNS with a small lead. Oh, loses his grip. Had his two wheels on the quarter pipe there, and drifted. Got a drift mark from it, which made him lose some speed. So Hobbyflyer will take a 2400 lead because of it, and is on his way to take a 3-0 lead. It's gonna be hard for DNS to come back from this by just driving good. He needs to rely on a mistake from Hobbyflyer, maybe a landing bug here in the last turn. But that's not gonna happen. Hobbyflyer takes it home, 57.23, 3100s ahead of DNS. Will this be a sweep for Hobbyflyer? It's not often you see that. Especially not in the highest division of competition premiership. Fourth round now, and Hobbyflyer lost a lot of speed there. Will allow DNS to pass him. Oh! DNS, I think maybe adjusted his speed a bit because he was going to hit the wall otherwise. Not the best entry to this stretch as well from DNS. Had good speed but had to take a long route. So Hobbyflyer now 2500s ahead, on his way to take a 4-0 lead. This 1v1 has been nothing special so far. It's dominance from Hobbyflyer, and he takes it 57.19. DNS 0.57. And it's not like Hobbyflyer is driving that good. If you take a look at the time set in the ESL GoPro Cup, which was played earlier today, we saw many times under 57 seconds. But it's enough for Hobbyflyer to set these times, since DNS is not really on the same level right now, at least. But yeah, DNS got the second fastest time in the world, so should know this map. And now Hobbyflyer will crash. So that will give DNS an opportunity to finally get on the scoreboard, which can be very nice. even if you're not driving that well, just getting a point can maybe calm your nerves a bit and give you some confidence. So this is definitely good for DNS. Get an easy point. 1 second, 7800 ahead of Hoverflyer. Coming up to the final turn. And he will win it. 57.19, pretty good time as well from DNS. So we'll see now if he will ride on that momentum. Hoverflyer still with a very comfortable lead, 1-4. Oh, DNS with a bump. He drove over the border, so-called Ramstein. And when you do that, you always take a risk. Sometimes you will get a bump from it. And that's exactly what happened to DNS. Hoverflyer with a bit of a, I think, safer strat there in the start. Probably a bit slower, but definitely much safer, avoiding that border. So DNS, because of it, is 40 hundredths behind. Halfway through the round. Hoverflyer can go up to a 1-5 lead. And that's, oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be the case now after DNS clips the wall after the drop. Here's Hoverflyer with another decent time, 57.25. He's been very consistent so far. Four points ahead of DNS. You see here again the different approaches. Actually, Hoverflyer also driving over the border that time, so he's also willing to take the risk. Good turn there from DNS. Puts him at first. See if we can do the stretch better now. Oh, Hoverflyer will hit the wall to right. And this should be a point for DNS. It's the edge, but not a disaster there for DNS, who wins it with a time of 57.35. And he's still in this match, 2-5. But if Hoverflyer wins one more, he is at map point. So definitely do not want to get into that situation. So DNS will try his best to win another point. And what happens to Hoverflyer? He will crash, and crashing again. So yeah, it's I don't think we had any close rounds so far. It's been pretty one-sided. One player making a mistake and then the other player capitalizing on that. Of course, DNS can see the checkpoints here, so he knows Hoverflyer is a bit behind, but it's not that far behind, so I mean he still needs to drive somewhat risky. .28 by DNS, and it's another blue point, which means a point for Penta. .35, and it's getting closer. Ooh, that's a great start from Hoverflyer. Great lines. And he's 1100 ahead of DNS as a result. Up to the stretch once again. Flyer with more speed. So he's gonna be 1300s ahead now. Oh, oof, that was close from DNS. Had his wheels outside of the road, but the game let him stay. And he's still in it, but will clip the wall and retire as well. And Flyer wins this one. 57.11, and he's up to map point. (3-6). DNS will have to win 3 points in a row to force tennis mode. See if Flyer can handle the pressure. It's DNS who got nothing to lose at this moment. And he will overtake Flyer here. Can he keep the lead though? Flyer went a bit too much to the right. Landed a bit later, and DNS will now be ahead with 1400s. Here comes the drop. It's a better drop from DNS. Flyer almost crashed, and now he crashes, so this will be a point for DNS. He stays alive another round. Whoa, that was a weird landing, but he didn't lose his speed. So 57.20, pretty good time. The score is 4-6. Two more points for DNS to get tennis mode. And now he is the one who gets the good start. Will have the chance here to make it 5-6. 2100s ahead of his opponent. Oh, and Flyer trying to push it, but he pushed it too far and will hit the wall. So almost certainly DNS will win this one. He's driving pretty riskily though, only 2100s behind the world record. One mistake here from DNS would maybe allow Flyer to come back, but it's not gonna happen. DNS takes it, 57.31, and he's only 1 point away from forcing tennis mode. Alright, it's either tennis mode or Flyer wins this 1 versus 1. It started off not so close. Flyer had a 1-5 lead, and I thought he would easily win this one. But DNS has definitely picked up the pieces as of late. And seems to be a bit more focused. Close round so far. Ooh, Flyer drove over the border. Very risky. Both players trying to push it. Need to win. Comes the drop. Oh, and Flyer exited with more speed. Is this gonna be it for Flyer? He's on his way to defeat DNS in the 1 versus 1. DNS loses some speed. Last turn, and Flyer will make it. 57.07. I believe that was his fastest time. Yes, it was, and he said it when he needed it the most. So, one sub match over, and BX3 are in the lead with 0-1. So coming up will be the 2 versus 2, which is played on the same map. And we'll have a couple of warm-ups here, and I will take a small break since my voice is not its usual self. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, I'm back. Let's see who will drive this 2 versus 2. It seems to be for Penta, Mi4 and Zack. And for BX3, Sneak and Flyer. Sneak and Zack drove the ESL Go For Cup earlier today, so they should be pretty warmed up on these tracks. So yeah, for those who don't know, the 2 versus 2 is only played to 5, but it's still potentially the longest sub match because of the possibility of a draw happening. And it can be especially long with tennis mode, so we'll see if that's gonna be the case. We are doing one more warm-up, it seems. Then we will start. Right now, BX3 in the lead with 0-1 after Javi Flyer defeated DNS with 5-7 on the 1 versus 1, played on the same map. Oh yeah, and this is also the last match that these maps are being played on. ESL decided to have a new map pack for the grand final, so those will be released today, I believe. Should be released after this match is over, so that both teams that will be in the grand final will get equal amount of training on them. .91 by Mi4 in that warm-up round. Very good time. But that's gonna be it. Good luck, have fun. We are starting the 2 versus 2 in this semi-final of ESL CPS 14 between Penta and BX3. BX3 currently in the lead with 0-1. Mi4 and Zack will be driving for Penta. And for BX3 we got Flyer and Sneak. Sneak with the world record on this map, 56.75. Alright, here we go. Zack going for a wide line here in the start. Drops down to 4th place. Sneak and Flyer in the front right now, ahead of Mi4 as well, so currently it is a point for BX3. Zack will overtake Mi4 as well. Ooh, good speed there from Mi4 over the stretch though, he will pass Sneak, oh, but Zack hits the wall. Oh, and the Flyer drops down. He's still ahead of Zack though. If Sneak can take first, it's gonna be a round for BX3. But here comes Zack with more speed than Flyer, but Mi4 drops down to last place now. So this is still a round for BX3, even if Zack defeats Flyer in the end. Not sure what happened to Mi4 there, but had he stayed on the road, then that would have been maybe a point for Penta, but at least a draw. But instead, it is BX3 who wins the first point. And interestingly enough, Zack, again going wider than everyone else in the start. Not sure why he's doing that, because he seems to always lose some time. And again, he's at 4th place, and then Flyer, at transition, will lose some ground and he will fall down to 4th place. Can Sneak take first though? We have a draw. Right now he is ahead of Zack and Mi4, but not anymore. Zack will pass him at least. Ooh, that's a good turn from Sneak. Good speed. And it looks like he will be able to take first place here. 57.11. The score is still 0-1. So far Sneak has won 2 rounds. He's been the MVP for his team. Oh, Zack with another bad start, and then he gets a no drift. Yeah, Zack is not really doing this start most optimal way, so that's not good for Penta. See what Mi4 can do in this round. Close battle with Flyer. Sneak a bit further behind at third. Flyer wins, it's a point for BX3. But Mi4 wins, it's a draw! Flyer flips the wall after the drop. Where's Zack? He's too far behind, so we are going to see a draw now. Once again. Good time there for Mi4, 56.99. And Renew writes wait in the chat, so I guess we are not driving for the moment. But yeah, it's interesting to see that Zack is doing the start so much slower than the other 3 players. He loses about 10 or 15 hundreds because of it, which is quite a lot in this game. And if you take a look at the team scores, you can see also that, well, actually Flyer got a slower time, but I think he's just not finished a good round yet. But I don't know, Zack 7.32 might not be enough, but we'll see. Maybe he will make up for it with more consistency. We saw that in the 1 versus 1, definitely paid off. Alright, looks like we are ready to go again. Alright, so score is 0-1 in the 2 versus 2. BX3 in the lead though after winning the 1 versus 1 5-7. Now Sneak is the one with the bad start. He is behind with 2800s. Trying to reach Zack, who is the one closest to him. And Flyer, Mi4 in the top. Ooh, Sneak will pass Zack. Back and forth here between Sneak and Zack. Good landing there from Sneak. He's at 3rd place and Flyer is at 1st. BX3 will go up to a 0-2 lead. Great time from Flyer this time. 56.95 defeats Mi4 with 10 hundreds. Slowly but surely BX3 is taking command in this sub match. Looks like Zack is doing the start better now. He was maybe just taking it a bit too safe. Now he's doing better. Oh, that was Flyer. Falls down to 4th place. See what his teammate Sneak can do. Ooh. Oh, Zack lost his grip on the road. Sneak will take over 1st place ahead of Mi4. Right now another draw. Sneak has been doing this ending really good, and then Mi4 clips the wall. Flyer will pass. Instead of a draw, we are going to have another point for BX3. 57.09 by Sneak, 0.35 by Zack, 0.70 by Flyer, Mi4 58.37. 0-3. Right now it is looking like BX3 will be in the grand final, but keep in mind that the 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5 sub matches are worth 2 points each. Of Of course, it also means that if BX3 wins this sub-match, we will not see a decisive 5 versus 5, since we cannot get a 3-3 score. So basically, Penta will have to win the 2 last sub-matches. But they can still make a comeback here in the 2 versus 2, but Mi Quattro will make a critical mistake. And Flyer is having a pretty comfortable lead over Sack. Oh, that's a great landing though from Sack. Puts him at first. And he keep it through the last couple of turns as well. It's gonna be between Sack and Flyer. And Sack will make it. 57.04. 104,000 of a second ahead of Flyer. That was really important, I think, because otherwise BX3 would have gone up to map point 0-4, but now it's still 0-3 and Penta still with the chance. But they have to step up their game. Good start from both of them. Sneaker is at fourth. Oh, and that was Sack. Mi Quattro now is the one who will have to try and save the round. They got 2 hungry players just behind them, Sneak and Flyer. Sneak attacks. Will he pass? Usually does this turn really good. And so is the case this time as well. Sneak on its way to take first place, and another point for BX3, but Mi Quattro is still there. Oh, and Mi Quattro will take it! Sneak had more speed in the end, but he had a longer line to take. Mi Quattro with slower speed, but a shorter route to take to the finish. So he was able to win that one, but that was really close. And the score is still 0-3. Yeah, we don't really see the 2 Penta players having a good round at the same time. It's usually one of them at least making a mistake. That's not really what you want if you want to win this round. And this time it's Sack's turn. As he crossed that transition up on road again, he had his left wheels just on the edge of the border. And when you do that, when you go over the transition, that usually ends up in a bump. So Sack will have to rely on Mi Quattro to win again, but this time Mi Quattro with a pretty solid lead. 2900s ahead of Flyer. This should be doable for Mi Quattro unless he gets a landing bug. That will not happen though, and Mi Quattro will take it again. 56.93. Sick time by Mi Quattro, and he keeps Penta alive. Yeah, this has not been Sack's match. He only got 16 points. Flyer also haven't really been driving that consistent. 17 points right now. Mi Quattro at 20 and Sneak at 24. Those 2 are the ones who are doing the best. Is there lag on the stream? If so, let me know. Oh, what happened to Miss Sack here? This is not looking good for Penta. Even though they are getting the draws, it's not really what you want. Ooh, that was Flyer though, over the stretch, and Sack comes back. And meanwhile, Mi Quattro having the lead over Sneak with 1700s. What looked to be maybe a point for BX3 now looks to be a point for Penta. Finally, would be their first point. Quattro, whoa, with a bump into the finish, 57.11. Then Sack third place will make it, so Penta gets on the scoreboard. One three. Oh, Sack! Sack. We almost fell out of the track there, and respawn is not allowed. Now we should be able to finish this round at least, but yeah, this is not good for Penta. Mi4 will have to win again. But he can't do it forever. That is the problem. Sneak is 2200s behind. It's gonna be between Flyer and Mi4 here for first place. Ooh, great landing from Mi4. Gives him a couple of hundreds ahead of Flyer. Oh! Drove too much to the left, had his wheels outside of the road, and Flyer will take it instead. And another point for BX3, who are up to map point now. Mi4 can't believe that happened. So can't I. 1-4 now. And map point for BX3. Oh, and Sack again! This time clipping the pole. Yeah, this is a nightmare for Penta. Sack, arguably their best player on paper, is just not performing as he normally does. And now, to top it off, Mi4 has also crashed. This is gonna be it. Flyer and Sneak on their way to win this 2 versus 2 with a score of 1-5. Final turn. And that's gonna be it. Great times. 57 by Flyer and .11 by Sneak. GG. So now we are moving on to the 3 versus 3. If BX3 wins this one as well, they are in the grand final. And yeah, right now BX3 are just dominating this match. We'll see if Penta can do a bit better in these more team-oriented sub-matches, 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5. But as it looks right now, it seems like BX3 will get their revenge. Again, they lost 0-6 in the group stage against Penta. But this is the playoffs, the semifinals. BX3 have come prepared. Alright, so the 3 versus 3 is Stainless by Cyber. The world record here is 52.082 by Poker. Before we start, we'll have a couple of warm-ups. Looks like the lineups are already established. It's going to be Schiller Side, Sack, and Saffron for Penta, and for BX3 we got Lund, Ranked, and Hobby Flyer. Lund got the Mania record, the online record on this map, 52.14. Sack is top 4, Hobby Flyer top 6, Schiller Side top 9, Ranked top 10, and let's see here, Saffron top 14. And that are all the players, I think. Yes, it should be. This map is a bit shorter than usual. It's not common that you see an ESL map only 52 seconds in length. And looks like we have custom horns on the server. Not bad. Alright, so we'll have maybe 2 more warm-ups. Look at this, Micro asks if we can play all sub matches, no matter who wins 3 versus 3. Kind of alluding that they will win this sub match as well. I'm sure that's not his intention, but might be seen as that, especially if you read Flo's reply. Let's see after dude. But yeah, this is tournament life for Penta. They have to win. And then they also have to win the 5 versus 5, which would be completely decisive if we get to it. Alright, let's see if the players are ready or if we are having another one. Saffron wants one more, so does Hobby Fire, so it's gonna be one more warm-up. Alright, that's the end of the warm-ups. Let's continue this semi-final match in ESL CPS 14 between Penta and BX3. BX3 took home the 1 versus 1, 5-7, and then the 2 versus 2 as well with 1-5. If they win this one as well, the 3 versus 3, which is played on ESL Stainless, then they are in the grand final and will play against Team Dignitas next Sunday. We are playing to 7 again with tennis mode. Good luck, have fun. Silver side Saffron and Sack for Penta, and for BX3 Lund, Ranked and Hobby Flyer. Ranked has actually both Lund and Ranked are new, haven't played yet in the match, and neither has Schillerside and Saffron. Sack had a really poor 2 versus 2, so I'm sure he wants to make up for that by playing better in this sub match. Schillerside will take the lead. Sack at second, Saffron at third. Oh, and there goes Schillerside. Oh, and hits the checkpoint as well. Oh, and Saffron as well has dropped down for Penta. Not the start they wanted. Meanwhile, the 3 BX3 drivers are solid, without mistakes, surrounding Sack. Both Lund and Ranked in front right now. Oh, Lund will flip the wall, but I don't think it's gonna matter. So Sack will take that round, 52.56. But he got Hobby Ranked and Lund behind him. So BX3 again with the first point. Starting the second round. Ranked in first place ahead of Lund. Schillerside, Saffron and Sack follows, and then Hobby Flyer at the bottom. Close pack of players so far. Saffron will go down in the field a bit. Oh, And there he goes to last place now. Zach goes a bit too wide, almost hit the wall. This is looking promising for BX3 again. London ranked in the lead. Schillerside at third, Hoverflyer at fourth. Saffron will have to overtake a couple of players, but it's not gonna happen. Great time by Ranked as well, 0.37. And this is starting to look pretty grim for Penta. They are 5 points away from taking third in this tournament. Start winning soon. Land with a bad start, will hit the wall as well. So that opens it up for Penta. Zach and Saffron first and second. Schillerside also up there. Looks like Ranked has dropped down for BX3. So this should be a point for Penta now! But Schillerside comes to a complete stop. However, he still got his teammates Zach and Saffron top 2. Should be enough. Final turn here. Oh, there comes Hoverflyer and will pass Saffron! But I don't think it's gonna matter. Or let's see here. Who's gonna win this one? It is Penta. 11-10 round score. The score is 1-2. This is still possible for Penta. They have to win this sub match. Forced to 5 versus 5. Good start from Zach. Not as good for Saffron, who is at 6th position right now. Who's gonna be the first player to drop down? It is no one so far. Zach will go a bit too wide there. Everyone will pass him except Saffron. This is still a very close round though. Who was that for BX3 at the bottom? It's Hoverflyer. He's out of the picture, but London ranked first and second place. One turn left. Zach will lose his speed. And this is gonna be a round for BX3. Zach even dropping down to last place. So the score is 1-3. BX3 in the lead with 2 points. 4 points away from getting to the grand final. We see here in the team scores, Ranked, Hoverflyer and Lund with the most amount of points. Lund is leading right now when Zach clips the wall to the left at the transition. Yeah, he's not had a good semifinal so far, that's for sure. We got the trio of BX3 players in the front. Lund, followed by Hoverflyer and Ranked. Unless they crash, this will be another point for the red team. Ranked will lose his speed, allows Schillerside and Saffron to pass, but Javi and Lund first and second. Great times as well, 0.46, 0.48. Schillerside and Saffron not doing so bad really. 0.49 and 0.57 are pretty good times, but just not enough. And that is a interesting custom horn, which kind of is telling right now of this match, especially now after Schillerside and Saffron will crash in the start, and Zach. What? This is a mental breakdown from Penta. Wow. Actually, Saffron is still in the top here, but both Schillerside and Zach in the very first turn are far behind. Dominance indeed. Nothing Saffron can do here. He will even crash himself. And we are going to have an ace for BX3. Lund takes first, 0.61, ranked second, 0.64, and Hobby Flyer third, 0.72. What a team of effort from BX3. And they are one step closer to the grand final, 1-5 now. And I'm starting to lose hope for PENTA. They are just not driving as good as BX3 right now. I know they can drive better than this, but they cannot have this happen. Zach, one of their best players, is just underperforming. There's no other way to put it. He is not driving good right now. Another early mistake. And it's especially interesting considering how good he did in the ESL Go Cup earlier today. He did reach the grand final and took third. Was even finalist together with the other players. He could have taken first in the cup as well, but he is just not driving as good right now. And we see here Land Ranked and Hobby Flyer top 3 again. This is curtains for PENTA. Time to go to sleep. One, 6. Will this next round be the final nail in the coffin for PENTA? Or will they start off an amazing comeback, an unheard of comeback? I just don't see it happen. They might win this next one though, considering Hobby Flyer and Ranked are at 5th and 6th. But it's a very small step. Oh, and there goes Saffron into the checkpoint. Had his wheels too much up on the quarter pipe. Landa's taken over first place. Schiller's side has dropped down as well. This is gonna be it for BX3. They will be in the grand final against Team Dignitas next Sunday. Dominated this semifinal from start to finish. 0.43, 0.49 and 0.59. Impressive to say the least. So 1-7 is the final result on the 3 versus 3. And I don't know if we are going to see the 5 versus 5 here. It looks like BX3 wants to play it, but I don't know if PENTA wants to. No, it looks like they are not. So they are leaving the server as well. And that means I can leave the server as well. But before I go though, I just want to say thanks everyone for watching. I will of course also cast the grand final, and that one should be exciting. BX3 seems to be hungry. What could stop them though is that there is a new map pack, so they really have to practice the maps. Because they only get 1 week to do so. So if they want to give Team Dignitas a match, they have to make sure they practice the maps, which will be released later tonight. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks again for watching. VOD is up later tonight on my YouTube channel. See ya!